welcome back to my channel. My name's Andrea the Cumbrian Crafter. I've come on today to show you the next 6 index cards that I've made for the Daisy Yellow iCAD 2024 challenge. That's the hashtag to go along on Instagram to see other index cards that are being made for the challenge. I'll leave all of the relevant links in the description box down below. So the first one I'm going to show you today is number 7, day 7 of 61, and it was lavender was the prompt. So I've taken a piece of patterned paper, just a lovely lilac colour, and the jug and the little bags of lavender, they're out of like a cut apart pad. So I've pulled them out and then stuck them straight onto the backing, and then I've just taken watercolour paints and tried to paint my own lavender. I've added some highlights with a white Posca pen. I've gone round the jug and the little bags with a black fine liner, and then on top I've just put a little sentiment grow and blossom. I've gone round the edge with some purple embossing powder. So it's really great this. I'm using things in my stash that I don't really use very much, or some things that I've never used at all. I mean, I haven't used the purple embossing powder, so it's really great to be using my stash. I'm looking around and each prompt, I mean, don't know whether I'll follow every single prompt because some of them are quite hard, but so far I've managed to do something relating to the prompt, because obviously you don't have to follow the prompt. They're there if you want to use them, just as long, I think, as you make an index card every day as part of the challenge. But that's the first one, which is number 7. Then the next one we have is day 8, which is wave. So this one I've actually used white gesso. I've used a piece of patterned paper. It was from a Stamperia pad, and it was just an image of the ocean and the sand, and there was a tiny wee bit of text which you probably won't be able to see. But then I used a credit card. I used just this old card, just with the paint across the page, and then I used some of this paint that lovely Mary Barrett very kindly sent me. Now these paints have actually dried up a wee bit, so they don't actually come out through the nozzle, but for this it didn't really matter. I just unscrewed it and I've managed to get some out into a palette, and then I've just used some of that on there. So I don't know whether it does look a little bit like waves if you tell somebody that they're waves, but I feel as if there could be snow-topped mountains as well. But I've just stuck this sentiment down. You can never cross the ocean unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore, which I thought was quite a nice little sentiment. So that was day 8. The next one is number 9, and it's potpourri, or potpourri as we call it up north. This one is totally freehand. I've just drawn all over the index card in pencil, just looking at pictures of different potpourri online. So I mean, I instantly thought of, when you get the dried up fruit in there, and that cinnamon stick, and then possibly some dried up petals, and one of those little, it's like a little wooden ball with lots of strands of wood and some greenery. And these, I don't know what these are called, but they're sort of hard brown things with holes in. So I've just pencil drawn all of those and then watercoloured them. I've used some shimmery paints as well on top, and then I've gone around the edge of that with some bronze embossing powder. Again, it's something I don't use very often, the bronze colour, but that's the potpourri prompt, which was day 9. Day 10, it was just simply the word orange, and I suppose you can interpret that how you want. You could do the fruit, or I've just gone with the colour orange. And I've used, I think it was either crackling campfire or fossilised amber. Or what's the other one I've got that's orange? One of the bright Distress Oxide oranges. I've just covered the entire index card and let that dry. And then I've got a stamp which has got lots of lovely circles. I stamped that with, I think it was, yes it was the VersaFine Claire in the summertime. So I stamped the circles with that stamp. I've got lots of enamel dots and gems and an orange glittery Posca pen with some dots around the edge, and then just 2 little die cut glittery butterflies on there. So that's what I did for that front. Next one is day 11. This one was Ferris wheel. I wasn't actually going to do this one, I was just going to do a random index card for this day, but I just done a circle with a compass and then a smaller circle, and then we'll just try to make it look like a Ferris wheel really, with the legs on it there, just in a black Sharpie. And then I've got all the little carriages, or whatever you call them, little pods all the way around the Ferris wheel. And then I just sprayed it with some ink sprays, and then I splashed it with different Posca pens just to create nice lots of different colours. And I stamped out on black card with the white ink Ferris wheel and went round it with some silver, just some silver ink. So that was that one. And then last we've got ellipse, which, having googled, means this sort of oval shape. So I just loosely drew the oval shape into this painty paper which I've made, just to cut an aperture there. And then I've got another painty paper in the background. I've actually gone round the edge just with one of the, where's the pen gone? Just one of the Distress embossing pens. So I've just drawn round the edge, and then I've used some black embossing powder for that. And then I've stamped some of my Lavinia toadstools. I actually stamped these out on plain white paper, fussy cut those out and stuck those on. But then I actually stamped those 2 in the background directly onto that painty paper. Just gone round the edge with gold ink, and that's the number 12 ellipse. So those are my index cards, the next batch of 6. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to store them all in this box. I'm going to decorate this box. This was a glossy box, one of my daughters, she used to subscribe to them, and we've got quite a few of these boxes now. When you open the lid, a lovely sturdy box, they actually fit perfectly in there. So I'm going to store them in one of these boxes, but I'm going to have fun decorating this box, as it's a plain box on it. I probably won't decorate the inside, I quite like the inside. So next time I come on, hopefully with the next 6, I will be able to show you the decorated box as well. So thank you for watching today, and as I say, all of the links to the Instagram challenge will be in the description box down below. And thanks for watching today, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.